Yeah, I can do the bold, the 9920 for you charge you on that one, and the plan page is pretty fine. That's 1,000 minutes unlimited extra, 50 megabytes a day, you apply per mail, but it would be pretty fine.
So say again, it was
35 per month.
£35 a month. Sorry, just looking at that. So I was just looking online as well. Okay, the BlackBerry Fold 9900 on the 35 a month, is that 18 or 24 months? Okay, if I was to go for the Fold 9900 on 35 a month, can you just confirm again for me what that entails? You said 1,000 minutes, unlimited text, and how much data?
750 meg.
750. And yeah, and that's okay, awesome. And that's for the duration of the contract. There's no extra charges or drops in anything before, you know. Okay, cool. I may as well go for the 9900 Fold on the 35. Because I'm not messing about with Orange anymore. His position was price increases going ahead. If you want to cancel, that's fine, but you pay a cancellation charge.
Unfortunately, that is the case. I mean, I can obviously put it to rights, basically, because obviously what your top plan is, you've been put onto a plan for 35, which is what you took out the extra plan, yeah? Which gives you 1,000 minutes, unlimited text, and 750 megabytes, yes?
Yeah, but you're saying that...
Your BlackBerry data. What I can do for you to keep you is that without any price increase, by putting you onto one of our newer tariffs, basically, which won't change anything. It is going to actually give you an increase in what benefits I can give you without increasing any of your price whatsoever. I'm leaving you at the £36 a month.
£36 a month, you said?
That's right, because our price plans, you're on a 35, unfortunately. Our price plans, the new ones, have gone up by £1, but I can't stop that full price increase if you wanted to. But if that wasn't something that you wanted to do, unfortunately, termination is still liable of a cost.
Even though, can I just clarify something? So even though I was missold it, and I asked a specific question about price increases, and I was told, not by yourself, but by the person that sold me the contract, that that's fixed for the term. You're saying that because... In that
situation, I would have to get that specific person back on the line to discuss what was discussed with you, and their manager would have to be involved.
And the reason I asked those specific questions is because of experience of Orange ripping me off in the past and sort of telling lies and mis-selling products. So I actually took the precaution now, is when I take a mobile phone out with yourselves, I record the conversation.
Right.
And
that's good for yourself.
But I've got the transcript in front of me. I asked the specific question, I was missold the product, and I've even got it into a little video clip now, which I'm about to upload to YouTube and email to your executive office. So my position is, you've missold me the product, and your position is, well, cancel, but you get charged. So that's where we stand.
Unfortunately, that's what it says, and that's even regulated by OFCOM as well. OFCOM have obviously backed us up on the situation as well.
What,
so
when you missell?
It's just by ourselves. OFCOM have obviously backed up that our RPI is within the government guidelines.
Yeah, but...
It isn't classed as material detriment.
So, let me get this straight. Are you also saying that OFCOM are also backing you up when you deliberately missell products and claim that that's fixed for the term?
As I said before, if that is what you believe and how you feel, what I'd have to do is get the operator you discussed everything with back in contact with you, and him and his manager would have to deal with it.
Okay, let me just ask a question. That operator must take a lot of telephone calls. I mean, this was in 20th of September. I would suggest that his memory of the conversation, of all the customers he speaks to, probably is a little vague. It's probably better if you pull up the recordings of the conversation and actually get the empirical evidence. I'd suggest going off somebody's memory.
But that's what I mean. If you've got that to discuss it with him and his manager, then obviously it can go somewhere. Unfortunately, as a frontline staff here, and because I wasn't involved in the sales, the stance, and unfortunately, as harsh as it may seem, is that yes, you can cancel, but you'd have to pay a termination fee. or I can see about changing you to a top plan, which is around the price that you had agreed, which I know was a 35 back then in 2012. Unfortunately, we don't have top plans at that price anymore. I can only put you onto what's new, you know, as an option for
So
yourself.
it's still an increase in price, and I was told there wouldn't be any increases during the term of my contract. So that's still mis-selling. Irrespective of you, I'm not paying the increase out of principle,
right,
because Orange have, I mean, your network's crap anyway. The calls drop out, signal's rubbish. I mean, this is one of the first times I've ever rang Orange and actually got through to the UK call centre unless I'm renewing. So as far as I'm concerned, out of principle, you've tried to pull a fast one again, and this is not the first time Orange have attempted to rip me off in the past. So the contract's going to get cancelled, even if I've got to litigate and plaster all this over the internet and send this recording to Watchdog. OFCOM may say the price increases are acceptable because OFCOM are a bit weak and pathetic. However, what they can't have any say in is mis-selling. That's trading standards territory, and I'm just sending an email off to them now. I think you need to be investigated.
I do agree with you. The problem is, I did deal with you at Capital,
Right.
that's the person you dealt with.
That's
not a problem.
Can you send me to a manager or somebody else that can actually make a decision on getting this contract cancelled without penalty before I litigate? Because
I could see if there's a manager available for you just now if you like.
Cool.
Hello, my name's Carl. I'm actually duty manager in the Android department here at Orange Customer Services. I understand you wanted to have a word with me on the price increases that Orange have put through?
Yeah, how much have you been briefed on, or do you need the story from the beginning?
Well, from what I can gather, you know, you spoke to somebody in September when you were upgraded.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy in September had said that there wasn't going to be a price rise. I mean, as far as something that I can do or we can do at this end, unfortunately, yeah, the price rises do stand. There's not a single thing I can do regarding cancelling the contract on a free basis. The only thing you could possibly do is wait and see what OFCOM trading standards come back with. To be honest, I'd say OFCOM, as you've just said to me there, OFCOM have okayed this, and it is in
they haven't okayed this.
When you spoke to that guy in September, I mean, we didn't even find out about the price rises until a couple of days before March anyway, so at the time, that particular guy you spoke to wouldn't have had a clue. But as I say, all you could possibly do now then...
Okay, can I stop you there for a second?
Your trading standards to OFCOM.
Yeah, but can I stop you there for a second? Right, reference... If terms and conditions weren't sent out with the phone, I've already had this conversation with 2 of your employees, I've still got the package and all the documents that came out with the phone. And all I received was on the agreed date, I signed for a package, and in that package was almost like an invoice, which said no charge for the handset, and some basic details. There was no terms and conditions. I had the conversation and I was adamant, and if there was any scope for a price increase, whether or not it was anticipated, somebody should have been specific and said, yeah, that's for the duration of the contract, how they'd be aware of our terms and conditions. That was never said. And reference OFCOM okayed this. OFCOM did not okay this. OFCOM have not okayed mis-selling. So your strips...
The T's and C's are readily available to look at online. They're very, very long-winded. We don't actually send out a full copy of the T's and C's with customers' contracts. So, as I said, they're there online to view it.
Right, that's yeah, exactly, because I never received a set, and I agree with what you just said, because quite clearly I didn't get a set. However, 2 of your members of staff have said that I would have seen them and I would have read them. So Orange, and one thing I'm getting frustrated about is being given the runaround. And reference terms and conditions are long-winded. Well, they weren't provided. And secondly, when I'm told something specific at the point of sale, and then you renege on that, or you mislead me at the point of sale, that is mis-selling, whichever way you shake it. Now, can you give me a telephone number, whether it's somebody at your executive office or somebody of your chain of command that can actually cancel this today without penalty? Because
we don't have a telephone number for the correspondence and exec department. Where you can actually
there better be
them. They may very well, once they've received correspondence from a customer, they may very well contact the customer back. We don't have a direct number, and we can't transfer you through to the correspondence department because they're completely offline.
Right. I'd suggest that you take a few moments to think about anybody I can speak to today. I'm sick of getting ripped off by Orange.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to escalate, we have to go through our standard escalation process. It would be escalated up to our operations manager. But there wouldn't be anybody to speak. There's no operations manager in today. We could log it as an official customer complaint.
I suggest you do that because I'm not getting charged.
Manager to give you a ring, but it's maximum 72 hours before the operations manager. I mean, there's nobody in today anyway, even if we could go outside the process. But we can log it as an official customer complaint and can arrange to get operations managers.
Okay, can you confirm your head office address? It's Monday morning, so how you don't have anybody senior in, especially when there's major price changes and other things coming in, who can actually deal with that? That is actually pretty poor. And that's another good reason to leave Orange and go with a service provider that can actually resolve things without it taking a minimum 72 hours just to get a call back.
Have you got a pen and paper, have you? I'll give
Yes,
you
yeah.
Correspondence, it's the correspondence department. That address I've just given you?
Yeah.
No, that's not the head office, that's just the correspondence department.
Okay, what will I achieve by writing to them? What are they going to do?
Well, they'll look into any grievances that you've got. They will contact you, and they'll hopefully try and resolve any issues that customers have got.
But I believe there's an executive office. Is that correct?
Yes, that's the address I've just given you. All the customer complaints would go to that particular address.
What's the executive office address for? I believe it's in Bristol Patchway.
We used to give that particular address out,
Yeah.
but the address we've been given on our systems now is the new one at Doxton Park.
Is that because the head executive office was just getting too many complaints and needed a...
I really don't know. We've had 3 different addresses in the last 12, 18 months or so like that. I don't know the reason behind why they've changed addresses. I can't comment on any conversation you had with anybody back in September because obviously I wasn't party to that.
Okay, the conversation aside, if I'm informed basically by an individual from your organisation that this is fixed for the duration of the contract, does that to you not amount to mis-selling?
Well, as I say, I can't comment on that conversation. All I can do is go with the customer's terms and conditions of the contract that you agreed to in the first place.